Day 2 of Rollin With Bolen takes over Northern Ontario after exploring the outdoor wonderland of Thunder Bay. We hopped on a quick Bearskin Airlines flight south, and we have arrived in the wonderful town of Sault Ste. Marie. Hi, my pal. Liam GIFFIN from Parks Canada.
Good to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you. So we did the flight, you did the drive.
We did.
So what's the drive like from Thunder Bay to the Soo?
It's one of Canada's best bits of highway, I think. Landscape like you would not expect to find in Ontario. I recommend it to anybody who has the time.
How far is it?
700 kilometers.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
But take the time and do it.
Take the time, pull over as often as you can. You got soaring red cliffs, aquamarine water. If you're lucky, you might catch some storms and see some of Superior's best sights.
So let's set up where we are. So, welcome to the Soo. Superior this way, Huron this way, connecting with what?
Well, the canal here, Sault Ste. Marie Canal National Historic Site, represents the last link in a chain of waterways that bring that western tip of Lake Superior and connects it to the waterways and the cities out east and to the Atlantic Ocean.
So how old is this?
This was opened in 1895. And at that time, the canal here was the longest lock in the world, and it was also actually the first electrically operated lock in operation worldwide.
So is there still big ship liners coming through this area?
Not this particular lock. No. These days we cater to a more recreational clientele. The smaller boats are free to come in and transition between the two lakes here at our site.
What's the fishing like around here?
Well, I hear it's pretty good. The rapids are historically one of the best places in this region to cast the line in.
And that's where we are, down by the rapids. And we got a good man to talk about the fishing and why it's so great in this area. Johnny Giuliani, how are you, pal?
Very good.
Beautiful
nice
day, isn't it?
Gorgeous day. Gorgeous day.
Born and raised in the Soo?
Born and raised in Sault Ste. Marie. I'm so lucky to have this place in my backyard.
How long have you been fishing for?
I've been fishing for 35, well, I've been guiding for 35 years.
35 years. We got one of your clients out here,
yeah,
Corey. Morning, Corey.
Behind me, Corey.
Yeah, man.
Chambers.
So where are we right now?
We're in the St. Mary's Rapids. It's a tailwater fishery that's been here since the beginning of time. But best thing about the St. Mary's Rapids is being it's downtown Sault Ste. Marie, and our headwaters is Lake Kitchigumi, Lake Superior.
So
cold
Kitchigumi,
water.
Superior's out there, cold water.
Coming through into the St. Mary's Rapids. It's controlled by 16 compensating gates, keeps the flows and the levels of Lake Superior at bay.
What are we catching?
We're catching rainbow trout, Atlantic salmon, and steelhead.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And what makes this area so special?
Well, the biggest thing here is we have this berm wall, and this time of year, last year's salmon that have laid eggs they're hatching right now. So we have a huge salmon fry hatch that's going on, and cold water coming from Superior is what keep them going, and it's a year-round.
Well, normally when you're doing trout and steelhead, you're all bundled up, right?
Yeah, you're all bundled up. You can fish steelhead here in t-shirts and fish all summer long.
Where's your spot? You got a spot?
I got a spot. It's going to be just down a little further. Okay. Where we're going to start, and we fish it fast. We fish every hole, about 10 or 15 casts.
I know we're not really doing it right because you're too shallow. We're just kind of playing around. But well, nice meeting you. Best of luck catching some fish. But you do tours and guides and
every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Awesome.
JohnGiulianiFishing.com.
Cool. Nice to meet you, Johnny. Here's the thing about the Soo. Remember the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, right? John Candy classic. They like to do planes, trains, and bicycles. Oh, because you can bike so many places around the Soo. So we did the plane to get here. We're going to check out one of the famous trains in the Soo, and we're going to get there on one of these beauty bikes. We'll be back touring Northern Ontario, Rollin With Bolen. Reminder, destinationontario.com to discover all the places we've explored. See you in a bit. Thanks, Johnny.
Right on, guys.
Morning. Welcome back to Sault Ste. Marie. We're continuing our bike tour because this town, there's so many wonderful trails. We just came from the rapids, doing a little fishing, and brought my bike over to an exciting new area in town Welcome to the Canal District here with Melissa PORCO. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Excellent.
Did you bring me gelato?
Yes, we have our house-made gelato and our house-made donuts and cookies.
Amazing.
That's our new sorbetto.
And it's melting, so I'll eat this while we chat because this is a really exciting area for the Sioux.
Yeah, we're just a few years old now. We were a paper mill that had closed down in town, and the paper mill was built in the 1890s. And we refurbished all the buildings into a gelato shop, a steakhouse, a pizza restaurant, and then gradually made our way across into the rink, and then now the train station with an outfitters. We have a brewery and a pub.
Because there's cool that there's an event going on here. There's constantly stuff happening.
Yeah, in
us
the
here.
summer months we have our under the roof and our grass that we use with our fire pit in the middle for events with local vendors and all sorts of different weddings. We do flea markets, lots of events.
I can attest that the steakhouse is delicious because we went there last
excellent.
night. So it was
good, thank you.
Two thumbs up on that. But what's key to this area is the train station.
Yes.
And take us through the train because it's world famous.
Yes, so it is an Destination Ontario bucket list event. They come in the morning at 8 a.m. The train leaves and it goes 4 hours north into the canyon. And then you're an hour in the canyon with hiking trails and pristine land of beautiful waterfalls and trees and picturesque Northern Ontario.
That's why it's not all year round.
Right.
So it starts when?
It starts August 1st and then it's done October 10th because that's when the leaves are done. The color train is the most breathtaking train ever. It's all the leaves. We are so blessed in Northern Ontario with the beautiful colors. The maple trees are all reds and oranges and it's like nowhere else in the world.
It sells out.
It sells out. It sells out fast.
So you kind of have to get on it now.
You have to think on it.
You have to be booking your ticket now.
Yeah, tickets are on sale now.
Are they? Okay.
And it's egowatrain.ca is the website. So it sells out very quickly, and we bring in close to 900 people a day.
Really, eh? And it's the group of 7. That's why a lot of people are coming up here.
They are
right?
The group of 7 rode the train in 1918 to 1922, and there's all different spots along. That it's on the train. There's commentary that's geo-triggered. That'll show. They show a video of what paintings were painted in what areas, and we actually have a replica of the red train boxcar over there. Is a replica of the boxcar that they rode up. So we also have easels in the front that are all the way along the route that are places where they painted.
So make sure you got to be getting your tickets for that now because as Melissa says, it does sell out, and it's cool that those 900 people a day can come and experience the Canal District.
Yes.
And take that in. So I'm going to continue eating this because it's delicious. But we're going to stay in the Canal District for one more because there's some creepy crawlers I hear in one of these buildings that I'm going to explore as we continue our Northern Ontario tour. Remember, destinationontario.com to explore everything that we're doing. We are bugging out in the Sioux this morning. Great to be back in Sault Ste. Marie. We've met so many new friends. I've met 2 new friends, and they're really getting along with me now. Great to be with ENTOMICA and John and the whole gang. Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Okay, John, you got a big shout out because you're a Hamilton boy.
I'm a Hamilton boy. Big shout out to my hometown, Hamilton. I want to say hello to my cousins, the Savises, and my cousins, the Skinners. I haven't seen you in so long.
So what brought you up here, though?
I came to school, and I went from one little steel town to another little steel town. How about that? And we ended up, I work for the federal government. I'm a biologist, and I run the National Quarantine Facility for Invasive Insects, but no one's allowed in. So we opened up ENTOMICA and brought insects from all over the world because they're so fascinating. And we've been open now for 7 years. We're located at the Canadian BUSHPLANE Heritage Center and open 7 days a week. So if Hamiltonians are coming to the Sioux, they can visit us and see us.
Can we meet some of these folks that we have on?
We have wonderful bugs. So this is a brand new bug that's recently discovered from Madagascar. It's the world's only blue stick bug, and how beautiful. That's the boy, and this is the girl. And this is Delilah. She's a jungle nymph from Malaysia. And then this is Rachel, and Rachel has Maclay Spectre from Australia. And here's Chris, and he's holding Birdie.
She's the 3rd largest species of tarantula in the world. And the reason that we bring our bugs out, we're the only insectarium in all of Canada that takes out every single bug and allows everybody to hold them and to learn from the experience of being up close and personal, just like you are right now.
Why are we afraid of bugs, John?
Because we've been taught to be afraid of bugs. And you cannot believe how many people have come to Entomica that are terrified of spiders and insects, have come to Entomica.
You know, there's people watching right now, they're just like, oh,
they want to overcome their fears. What's the difference between a bug or a bird or a horse or a frog? Nothing. It's just this stigma that people have that bugs are terrifying, yet they're the smallest little critters and they're so harmless so long as you have somebody that teaches you all about it.
I haven't met this one.
So we partner with all kinds of organizations. We travel. We were the featured presenters at the ROM in Toronto. We were on Amazing Race Canada. And now we're partnering with organizations in town, including the Art Gallery, the museum, the Old Stone House. And Hannah is from the Art Gallery in Sault Ste. Marie. Now, this is really cool. Hannah and I are doing an exhibit that's going to be a national traveling art exhibit across Canada. As you can see, Hannah is a model. Yeah. She's wearing all kinds of exquisite clothes, and the insects are her jewelry in the art exhibit.
What's the jewelry that she has here,
She
John?
has a giant Malaysian katydid, and it's one of the largest grasshoppers. And we've already filmed, haven't we, Hannah?
Amazing.
How much fun have we had?
We've had a blast.
We really have. We did this one on scarab beetles, and they never fly because we always handle them during the day. So we had about, what, 20 on you?
At least.
And
really?
It was nighttime, and one took off and started flying. Look at you. Why don't we
I don't
put
know
her
if I
on
wanna
your
touch-
hand?
Oh,
Okay, that's even better. huh?
We got to get going, John. Great to see you. Any more
And-
shout outs to the rest of your family in
yeah.
Hamilton? Keep going.
I love you, my Vunya, and my cousins, Christina and Sophie and
come
Danny
back
and Jennifer
to our
and
Northern
David
Ontario
and all of
tour.
that. Come and visit us in
Entomica.
Sault
We're
Ste.
going to the
Marie.
Bushplane Museum next on Morning Live.
Thanks,
Yeah,
everybody.
guys. Final stop on our bike tour of Sault Ste. Marie, Bushplane Museum. Great to be inside the museum, joined by Jamie. Hello, Jamie.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
I'm awesome. Bushplanes in the Sioux, what's the connection?
Well, this building that we're in is actually the historical hangar for the Ontario Provincial Air Service, and they came around in 1924, so almost 100 years old, in order to help preserve the forests of Northern Ontario, help open up the north, and really bushplanes became an integral part of that story.
This one behind us is one of the oldest ones?
It's one of the oldest ones, not the oldest, but it was very important because it had a steel frame to it, as well as steel fabric over the fuselage. But because it had the steel frame, it was much more durable. In addition, it had an enclosed cockpit, so the pilots didn't have to be in the elements. But it was pretty noisy, so it earned itself the name of Thunder Chicken.
Thunder Chicken?
Yes, Thunder Chicken. And what's interesting, it is one of the oldest Norsemen's. It's still flyable. It came here on its own power.
How old?
85 years old.
85, okay. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch. What about this guy here?
This is
guy,
the
this
Beaver. Well, you know, men always like they're machines to be girls.
Yeah,
so.
right?
No, this is our Beaver aircraft. The Beaver is an icon of Canada. It was actually considered one of Canada's top 10 engineering feats of the 20th century. And the Beaver is turning 75 years this year. It is, we're going to actually have a celebration on August 14th to celebrate its birthday.
Right here at the museum.
Here at the museum.
Okay.
But this one is really unique because this is the first production Beaver ever. So there was a prototype and then this baby. And it, again, flew here on its own power.
Okay, if there's one aircraft we want to see here, it's the
You got to see the water bomber.
biggest aircraft in the museum, the CL-215. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
You did.
Water bomber.
The water bomber. So the water bomber was really instrumental. It came about in the 1960s, built by Canadair. And what is unique about it is its bottom is more like the hull of a ship. So it can really live on water. And it can land or kind of skim across water for about a mile. Takes about 12 seconds, picks up 6,000 liters of water.
So underneath, so it would get down, it would be able to, you'd have to have a talented pilot to be able to.
Super talented pilot to land this on water because you have to land with the gear up, right? You can't bring the gear down. And then it's got scoops that open up.
Skimming along the water.
Skims along the water.
You need a big enough, I don't know, a big enough lake to
you
be able
need a
to
big
get
enough lake.
this
You need
huge
about
aircraft.
a mile of actual water surface, and then obviously a little bit of extra room to get up over the trees. And yeah, it scoops up all this water and then it can drop it, which is really unique because Ontario is a big province. And with over 250,000 lakes, it allows you to pretty much land anywhere, grab water, use your resources in really remote areas and fight fires.
Do they still make 215s?
They don't actually make them right now, but they are still in use. And the CL415, which is a bit more advanced in terms of avionics and so on, that's actually featured in our 3D film Wildfires.
Cool, that you can see here at the BUSHPLANE Museum. Thank you so much, Jamie. Hey,
Thank you.
Fantastic tour of the Sault today. We did a little fly fishing. We went and checked out the Canal District and finished up here at the BUSHPLANE Museum, which is the home of Entomica.
Insectarium.
That you can also experience here too. Our Northern Ontario tour continues tomorrow. Reminder, destinationontario.com for all the spots we're going, like the Big Nickel, Sudbury, tomorrow.